Today in exercise day about soil condition. If somebody gives soil, the dirty or the ground, and you want to know how down they, now that you the research, now that you the study. So we get things that we'll get for observe now the ground, for tell the ground in condition, for tell the soil in condition. If it good, if it healthy, if it gets well body. Now that's this particular session there about. Before we go into the details of all the 4 points them will be discussed Friday on the soil in condition, we'll get for focus, we'll get for consider this dirty, this soil, this earth, how it get for come for thereabouts. Who that make them? Okay, now God make them, but how it don't put things in place for make this dirty come out. And last Friday I be say, now from ball stone, from iron stone, from different kinds stone them, and now the weather beat them, when dust they beat them, the dust they come out, it gather, then some material like tumbu, bombs, or any other kind of thing, then they join them, then they kakade, and then the soil. So you remember say the soil they come out from, then stone them, like ball stone. If you take them, you broke them, they get dust, that dust, dirty. And this not a process of 1 year, 2 years. It take more than 1 million years where they gather all the dirty from all the stone the way they come together. And the stone then they get, and the dust and the ground and the soil then get different color. So you can just watch the color. Normally we can say if it gets dark color, now something where we feel say it gets fine earth. It gets something where we go able use for plants, different plants them, for plant crops or vegetables or trees them. And we know say for Keto Academy na trees that we dey focus on. And now we dey say the soil, it get 4 main things them where we dey use them for. We'll say we're glad they say the soil gets them different aspects them. So we dey talk about the support for the trees them. We'll go into detail later. We dey talk about the food or the nutrients. We'll go into detail later. We dey talk about the organic matter where they inside the soil, where they provide nutrients and other things them. We dey talk about the air and the water. And soil gets one other quality again, we can call them like buffer. But we'll go talk about that later back again. The other thing we get for learn during this lesson, now the characteristics, the test, how you test for discover which kind of soil you get, whether na clay or loamy or sand soil. But we get other characteristics where they help you for determine the soil. We get what they call pH or acid level. Sometime in one of the next courses, we'll talk more about the acid level within the soil. We get the color of the soil, where yellow, black, red, brown, different colors in there. Then we get the texture and how you feel them. If you able to charm small soil stuff, you taste the grain. Some grain then big, some grain then small. So Sansa get big grain, then where they watch clay, it gets small grain. And the structure, now how the different grain then they together, now the soil, we go able to help for whole thick for make it team up. Then like how we already also talk the amount of drainage, if you send water there, how that water there they come out, also very important. At times, some chemical can they can left na the soil. If motor pack diesel come out, instead can throw away na the soil, they make that soil they not going to use them. But it's very important for we understand the different characteristics where they can say, waiting at the soil in condition. It's very important for we understand down there, and that's what we'll go talk about. Now, the case there. If you want for plant and for grow mango, thick mango tree, who say you go like for plant them? You go want plant on a beach? Remember, if you go and plant on a beach, if you go or water side, if you go and plant on a swamp, or if you go and plant outside, you know, say the soil is fine. What to make you go choose outside the soil fine? Because obviously it will grow fast. But more qualities than they at the soil, where would they watch for? And now 4 we get for can discuss. Where would they watch for? Where they help for support the plant or the trees them. First, it they make the plant team up fine, it hold and fine. Second, it gets food. Third, it the hold water. And fourth, remember that exercise, the breathing. They make air and carbon dioxide go there. So there are 4 things there. We get for talk in detail, and we get for show you a test, how you go test waiting at the quality of the soil, waiting this soil day for. So let we start with point number 1. We say the soil day for make the tree team up fine. So the roots then are the ground inside the soil. Just like us, you get foundation, the foundation they under the ground. Foundation not there at the roof, they at the ground. It's heavy. If us get strong foundation, they team up fine, it come up fine. So the roots then, where they don't team up inside that soil, now that soil they get and grip for lay team up fine. We don't count to the test you go able use for determine 3 main kind soil them. Sandy soil, clay soil, and loamy soil. If you get soil in your hand, you add water there, you squeeze them. Where you left them, if the grain is still the for in order to form something like ball, that means say it loose, and a sandy soil. So it for it loose immediately. But we like them. We like that sandy soil because times kinde, where they meet up clay soil, if we add small sand there, it make the water come out. So it's fine for drainage. And certain side and day, where certain vegetables like carrots, they don't like water too much. So with the add sand there, that they make the soil they come out. But sand in bad quality now, in not the whole water. At times again, you go need water for lay settle. And I make when they get this, what do we call the medium, the germination medium. Now make we they take 1 cup sand, 1 cup clay, and 1 cup compost. And we join them together. It can be the clay or the loamy soil, the normal soil, then the compost. Or if now 1 bucket sand, 1 bucket of this loamy soil or clay, and 1 bucket of the compost, we join them for the medium. So we get all the qualities there. The second quality, clay. If you get clay in your hand, you add water, they make them ball. When you open your hand, it is left round. It keep that hard ball there. They keep in shape. And waiting clay again is good for, not so just water no more, they hold. It hold the food or the nutrients. So the whole water, they hold the nutrients. But actually, it can be bad for the structure because it can turn something like potopoto. If you build house for potopoto, they for them, now the same like trees them, then they na potopoto, then they for them. You know get that stamina. Then the last one now, we can talk about loamy soil. If you put water, they get an put water, the way you left farm, they get small ball, but if you chook them, the grain then they for them. Not so like clay, where you chook I just left there, but this way you chook the grain they for them. So that means in a loamy soil. And this one, normally we can say that the best kind soil actually where we want, because you add small compost there, you don't get fine area for make the plants then grow and come up fine. Now we don't talk and say the second quality, now the nutrients of the food for the soil. So now something like bly or basket, we get all them fruits there. The soil, it is store food. You go say now the food basket, the soil now the food basket. It gets the different nutrients. Then worms that will be done they talk about then the kakade or then dye. And that's now organic material it produce, and the tree or the flower or the plant they eat them. So the soil it gets food for the plant. I like store. How you gonna know if the soil it gets fine condition and if it gets boku nutrients? You dey search for the organic matter, biology na the soil. They take hole, and this na test where we want una for go do, then una snap and show you. They take hole, you go dig, and I want let una dig 3 sides. I want let una dig na loamy soil, na clay soil, and na sandy soil. Where you go dig na the loamy soil, count how much worms you meet up there. That they tell you if life then at the soil. The same thing for the clay soil and the same thing for the sandy soil. And this is not something will give you experience for know, okay, this is not organic matter. But if not all worms, you can even search for tumbu or other things that way there in the soil. And the number now, 9, they tell you the condition of the soil. Number 3 now, the soil there for all the water. So you go say na rubber bottle or water bottle for drink. Because just like Motorman, the soil themselves they need for drink. And the water in the transport, the nutrients, the food particles them, the organic matter, now the roots them so the water go, so the plant go able to drink her. So insect get a test. So you they join her with that last test where you don't dig the hole with the blind, the buckets there, you count the number of tumbu where you meet up. The same thing now, so you get your bucket or you fill them there, you count the worms inside. That's not the last exercise. This one now, where you don't get the hole now, you send water inside. So the 3 different areas, the sandy area, the clay area, then sometimes also you get loamy soil, where then a garden, where you don't dig the hole, send the water there, then you watch. Sometimes you get clock, you count the seconds there now. If na mobile phone, if you count the number of seconds or minutes, how long the water they settle there, and how long it take. So that full bucket, how long it take for come out. Always you use the same measurement or the same bucket. You not go take the one hole, you get 2 buckets, then the third hole na just 1 bucket. They all are the same 1 bucket you use. We don't fill the hole. They watch how long it take. For the sandy soil, the clay soil, and the garden soil where it can be loamy soil. Then 3 areas then they. And get for discover which one they maintain the soil and outside the soil they disappear. If water come out there fast, that means say the flower or the plant or the tree no go get chance for drink that water there. It will be thirsty, that's what they can say. The 4th character, quality where soil gets, they allow the roots them for breathe. You know say where that say all your mouth, all your nose. If you go take 1 minute, 2 minutes, if not 5 minutes, you die. And the same thing for the flower them. I'm not going to say in 5 minutes, but you don't suffocate them for 1 hour, 2 hours. In the hamburger, it go die. So now I make the grain them where the sand they give the soil important. And like how we don't talk, and the worms themselves, then they dig hole them. So the air, when oxygen and carbon dioxide, they all go able to go there. And the plant in it down there for let itself breathe, for let it grow. Test number 4, for hold the breath. Some people then they hold them 20 seconds. Other one them, sometimes 1 minute. The one they really sabi this na 2 minutes. So now that they give you that sensation for no say, oh, okay, if I'm not able to breathe, it's bad. And when you watch the soil now, if you put boku water there, set the water settle, they not able to come out, breeze not go able to go there. And not go reach the roots. So this now another experience, a test number 4. We already don't do them, where they tell you, say, okay, the air, what they breathe, very important for the soil and for make the plant grow. So you go find for Leona, sabi the test where they quiz, you add water to the soil, you quiz them, then you sabi the clay soil, if they left the ball, or the sandy soil, if they broke. And the other soil, where we can call maybe the loamy soil, itself can scatter small, but not so like the sand, and they stick like the clay soil. I get one interesting video What they add now for show now, wait to make the black soil, wait to make a fine forget am. Wait to make a fine forget black soil. Then we come back again to the other three. We wan show una wetin make black dirty e better pass any other kind dirty wey you dey find. We get here two different kind dirty them, the black dirty and the normal loamy soil, and we dey place them inside water. We dey observe wetin dey can happen, and we dey see say all to the soil them, the dirty dey release, but you dey watch keenly na the loamy soil wey no to the black dirty, and you dey see say na im dey release all the different kind particles wey dey inside the dirty. E dey release them fast fast. This experiment dey show you say the black dirty, because e get organic matter, and that organic matter it turn something like glue wey dey paste, wey dey stick, e dey make the particles them wey dey inside the soil, then they gather together. They no dey release fast like this light loamy soil. Now we dey can pull the dirty wey left, we dey try for pull am from the water. We dey start with the black dirty. Wey we pull am, we dey try for plait am. And you see say e still, e dey together, e no don plait. Whilst when we take the other dirty, the light loamy soil, in fact, it's difficult for pulling at the water because it don't crumble. So now, the second one, the worms test, now a test. So test number 2, where you dig hole, you count, you put all the dirty inside bly or bucket. They count the number of worms, whether that's 0 or 1 or 10. Fine. Then you get the same thing for the different side, the different location, the clay, the sand, and the loamy soil. Then you count how much life there inside each of the 3 them. That's not the test number 2. The test number 3, where you don't dig the hole now, you send the bucket to water there, then you clock the time, how long the water they settle there, they run down come out. They compare the 3 sites, then again the sandy site, the clay site, and the loamy soil inside. Test number 4 will be already done, and that's not the breathing test for make sure say una understand say the roots themselves they need air, so the worms they dig the hole, and the sand they make sure say hole there, so the air go able reach the roots.